I won a nickname, the Great Communicator. But I never thought it was my style or the words I used that made a difference. It was the content. I wasn't a great communicator, but I communicated great things. And they didn't spring full bloom from my brow. They came from the heart of a great nation.
President Reagan's 1989 farewell address still poignant today. Joining us tonight, Fred Ryan, the chairman of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation. He's here to talk about the launch of a Civility Handbook to promote respectful dialogue in an increasingly divided political climate. Fred, great to see you.
Thank you, Brett. Great to be here.
It's funny to look back at President Reagan, who obviously you worked alongside. He did reach across the aisle, and that's some of the message here in this Civility Handbook.
It is. You know, he was able, even though he had strong views and he negotiated hard, he was always able to find common ground and get things done. And even with people like Tip O'Neill, who was the Speaker of the House, who could be about as opposite politically as Ronald Reagan was.
What's the theory behind the small, hand-held Civility Handbook?
Well, as you know, we're in a civility crisis right now, and Americans are having doubts about how healthy our democracy is. But the good news is that Americans, Democrats, Republicans, independents, well, they want to get past this. They want to find a way to get the country back together again. And one message we were getting at the Reagan Institute is, what can we do? How can we do it?
So Chapter 8, disagreement, the operating system of democracy. And a democracy, disagreement is not a flaw in the system. Rather, it is the system working. The question is not whether disagreement will happen, but whether it will be productive. Undisciplined conflict produces resentment and paralysis. Disciplined conflict leads to better decisions, stronger institutions. Self-government depends on this distinction. In other words, dissent is baked into the cake.
Yes. Well, as you've said, in the case for America and in the other books you've done on the presidents, we've always had differences. We've had differences of opinion. The country's been divided. But for democracy to work, it has to be a constructive disagreement. And the example you mentioned in the book was, we quoted, by the way, various people throughout the last few years who have said things that are noteworthy, we think. And this was Steve Jobs. And he said disagreement was good at Apple. And they had huge disagreement over the design of the iPhone. And rather than just in the conversation, he let this disagreement continue. And as a result, they built a product that's unparalleled.
I've had Tim Shriver on the show several times during Common Ground segments. You know, he's coming from a little bit different part of the political spectrum, but he has this dignity index, which he talks about.
This is a kitchen table conversation every American can have. You can pull up the dignity index tomorrow and score yourself. Bring it to your own kitchen table and ask yourself, when you talk politics, when you talk about Bret Baier or Tim Shriver, when you talk about Donald Trump or Joe Biden, are you treating that person with the values and dignity you believe in? And if you're not, you can move up.
It seems like there's just this striving, this hunger to try to figure out some way to get past this moment.
There is, and Tim is doing great work, and that Dignity Index is a terrific product. And what we've tried to do with the Civility Handbook is we've brought together a group. We've had scholars, we've had students, people in the media, clergy, to come up with simple solutions that people can follow in their daily lives and in their circles, to put some of these differences aside.
And then this is now a mission for the foundation?
It is. It's not that you compromise. People say, well, does civility mean you just say yes and you give up? No, it doesn't. It means you stand behind your principles, but you disagree in a way that you can have a future conversation. It doesn't let a disagreement become a battle that ends all conversations.
It's hard to believe, but we've been doing the Common Ground segments now since 2022.
Right.
And we are getting more and more lawmakers that want to at least make the case of what they're doing to work across the aisle.
The voters are expecting progress. They want people not just to come to Washington and spout off on social media and raise money off of that. They want their lawmakers to get things done. And that's why they're trying to move past this terrible division that we're facing right now. But part of it we find, and those Common Ground segments are great, right? I mean, the idea of showcasing people who model this type of approach is good. Others will hopefully follow it.
The Civility Handbook, also online as well.
It is. It's available today, and it's civilityhandbook.com. People can get a hard copy. It's free. So anybody who wants a copy, a school teacher, a family, it's being given out by civic organizations at the America 250 events, and they can get a digital copy online at civilityhandbook.com too.
Excellent. Check it out.
Thank
Fred,
you,
thanks so much.
Pleasure to be with you.
Appreciate it.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.